Kingdom Invitational is in town. Not only do I get to ride this filthy chariot with the embroidery on there of the Kingdom, but spin around and take a look. We got the tour truck in the parking lot. Let's give you a tour of this bad boy as it's just back from the PGA Tour season. Kingdom is here, like I say, which means Yetis with the branding. We do not miss a thing when it comes to TaylorMade and it comes to the Kingdom. They nail it all. Up these steps have walked some of the best players in the game into this arena. It's a double-decker tour truck. You've seen it on the TaylorMade channel. I'm going to show you the real deal though, what happens in here. All the minor details, nothing is missed. Everything from floor mats through to the best equipment in the biz. It works like your best fast food restaurant. We have the man, the myth, the legend, Wade Liles here with us. Big Wade on the chicken head cover. You get so many gifts, mate. It's ridiculous.
The best part with this is, let's say I tee up and I hit one out of bounds.
Yeah.
He lays me a fresh egg.
Brilliant. Wade is the man who runs this tour trailer. He's responsible for setting up what you're about to see in the tour, but it works perfectly. I've walked in, turn around immediately, and I have a spec table that might be the lowest table in here. Let's just acknowledge that. It is made a little lower for me when I was on here all the time, catered so I could reach in and get the specs of whoever it is you're working with. We talk about swing weight machines all the time. This machine is so important when it comes to building golf clubs for the best players in the world. You want to get the balance point perfect. If you're matching an opponent's driver or you're matching a gamer, you need that in order to be your North Star. USGA ruler, there are 1, 2, 3. We'll get to the other 2 in a minute. They are so crucial in terms of how they hold the TaylorMade heads. So notice here it has a little angle. When the head sits in there, it then gives you a cut or an end of grip length. You do need to know which is the length that you're talking and working with for that particular golf club. You'd spin it round here, Mitchell gauge, loft and line machine, that's what Wade goes and trusts. Used it for a while, sell for a righty at the moment. You can simply unpin a few things and go for the lefty. Other little things that you wouldn't see on the normal TaylorMade Tour. We have Wade's sticker wall right here, which has some nice additions. Yes, Trotty Hammering has been the latest one that I added in there today. Wade's a big fan of all the arts. He's got his Sonar speaker, and then round the back, which we managed to sneak into everything, he has his Tour Truck sticker and of course a Trotty Golf one as well. Tour Truck Tuesday, which would have been brought to you from this machine, which is the Della Cruz. In here, you measure for roll and bulge on the face. These things now have twist face, so we measure on a 4-pin and a 2-pin, making sure the face angle is correct. All this is so important because if you're passing that order on to Wade, he needs to know it's exactly what he has to have in mind to build it perfectly for these players. As we move in below, I've got the block here for bending. So when you get a bonded hosel, you would bend in this section. All the drawers, everything is easy to reach. Has the mid-size grips here, and then on the top you're going to have these bending blocks, which are all set, some of them with prototype names, other ones with various models. It will go in there like so, and from there you can then get in and bend this golf club the way in which you need it for the player's preference, hence why it sits below the Della Cruz. So we are now on Wade Liles' side, which is a dangerous place when this place is rocking and rolling. You've got to stay out of the head chef's way because he is the money man when he gets this place cooking. All of the tools are set in foam, so nothing moves around when this thing is wrapped up and in transit, but Wade is able to literally have everything at his fingertips. When it comes to the spec of clubs, once he's got that information, he'll cherry pick a head based on lie, loft, face angle, weight, CT. CT is going to be how quick this club is. So if he wants to hit a certain yardage, he can cherry pick that one versus another one, and that'll change it, you know, a yard for a player depending on ball speed. You can see he has some epoxy sat here right now with the shaft beads in. That will take a long time if it'll dry at all. It could take an hour potentially. Then he has his curing cells made up, which run at 360 degrees for 2 minutes 45. That's right, 2 minutes 45. When we're building golf clubs on here, in that 2.5 minutes 45, make me a liar, 15 seconds, he's going to end up with that club being dry and ready to go. People seem to be blown away by that. That is the truth. The fact is that the solvent takes longer to evaporate and let the grip set by the time this is ready to go after he's gone and done the curing. Perfectly set up on this side for him. As we move to the other, you now duplicate the same thing, but this is for the team and the reps. So we've only got one Wade, unfortunately. We're working on cloning him. But if the clubs are getting built, this is the side. If Wade is rammed or there's a tweak, an adjustment, you bang over here and get it done. So we'll share this with 5 or 6 reps. Again, it's the same system. Curing cells, hot melt is sat here, so that's going to be a little sticky. That's how we adjust the CG, change the sound. Then you have another swing weight machine, 2 mil curing cells, epoxy that is sat going there. In here, not used as much, that's why it has a smaller area, but this is going to be your grind and your buff wheel. Now with mill grind soles, you don't often need to get in here and do the grinding or the buffing, but we have the capability if needed. We have wedges stored. Again, just look at how no detail is missed. If a model changes, the foam can pop out and go back in. Storage unit for the boys. Everyone's got their names in their own storage unit as they get going here. Just all the details. It really is a mobile home on the road. Ferrule belts on both sides. And then as you come into picking the golf shafts and the grips for players, obviously I've shown you the bespoke ones, but in here would be where we keep grips for the top players. And then if the techs are changing or the reps aren't sure, we talk about how Colin has different things on his woods, his wedges, for different tapers in the golf shaft. Rory is 1+1, Tiger's 1+1, 3 right hand for DJ, 2 left. Now when you get into this 1+1, just to explain that, it's because we've got 2 different types of tape, and each tape has a different weight and also a different width. So 1+1 is going to be 1 build-up, and then adding that, and it's very different than 2 two-way tapes. So this would be 2-way because it's sticky on both sides. That's sticky on one. That gives you your 1+1. A lot of information, but the weight difference and how that feels is all important to the player. Then there's a lot of shaft reps out on the PGA Tour, but on this side you have wood shafts that would be carried. Very popular options from all the leading manufacturers. Flexes all in each of the different cabins and categories. So we're covering everything, and again, it can move quickly. I mean, Wade's right here now. How long do you reckon, Wade, to build the driver and be ready to hit?
5 minutes in and out the door with a driver you could hit. Fastest in the industry.
I mean, that's ridiculous, right? Think about that. You go into your local golf superstore or wherever you go shopping, and you can walk out in 5 minutes with a club that is dialed to absolute perfection. Wolf coffee machine. Some of the most unhealthiest snacks in golf are in here. Don't even open it just in case. Fridges are always stacked with Wade's favourite sodas, obviously water as needed. Then it comes into an area back here that's going to be, again, a place for the players to chill, a place for them to check out what's going on. They've got a mirror. You guys can take a little look and say hello to Q Mondo. He could check his hat that he likes. We've got everything from snapbacks through to various models and sizes. All the players know what they like. And then individually in the lockers, we tend to keep stuff that the players would use on any given week. Ricky's is always a good one. Not today. It's just off the road. Tiger's is always a good one. We obviously keep an additional Frank should there be any problems. And then anything bespoke to Tiger that he would want to use. Obviously the Trotty Golf logo, love it. But at a time of year like this, as you come back off the season, these are going to be depleted, obviously. But throughout the season, if we're working on prototypes or we're working on new heads, then you stick them in here for a point on the road where you're going to need them. Where you guys are stood now, right behind you, is the media desk. That was a new addition to this trailer, and I know it's very important to where the whole company and the dynamics are going now. Social media plays such a big part. We love you for it. And then follow me upstairs. If you have any questions, get them in the comments, because our tour is potentially heading to an end. But this is where some deals take place. It's a chill out area. It's a safe house. Today we have the view outside, which I always take in from the second deck, which is the Kingdom. But if you just want to take a chill, up here and have a break, eat your lunch. This is probably maybe one of the best spots at any tour event. And then of course the view that you can get down there, just to see that the people are getting it done and grinding. Unbelievable trailer. I've been so privileged to work on this one for many a time, partnering up with Wade. He's the best in the biz. He keeps this thing looking fresh. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I say, anything you want to know, dive in those comments. I'll do my best to answer them. And be sure to subscribe. I'll bring you some more cool stuff from the TaylorMade Kingdom event, and maybe the truck over the coming weeks.